Mitch Rob's back. Mitch Rob back. Let all these NBA teams screaming, Mitch Rob's back. Your son is gonna return before the end of March. Hit that rock. Yesterday, we got better than expected news with Mitchell Robinson now participating in full contact practices with the Knicks. But before we get started, make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell to get each and every notification for each and every video I put out there. I appreciate you guys. Legion Knicks Gmo here to conduct this beautiful, joyous news, whatever the hell it is. Also, make sure to go to underdogfantasy.com, use the code Legion or LOK to get matched up to $500. Again, Legion or LOK to get matched up to $500 on underdogfantasy.com. You can participate in parlays across the NFL, NHL, MLB, as well as the NBA and the NFL this season. You see my Jets starting to put things together. You got Tyron Smith. We just got Mike Williams. Aaron Rodgers, even though he's older, is coming back. Just prepare for the season. Again, Legion LOK to get matched up to $500. So let's get to it. So beautiful day for the New York Knicks. According to Tom Thibodeau, first reported by Stephen Bondy of the Post, Mitchell Robinson did participate in a full practice with the New York Knicks team, going through shooting as well as defense, offense, going through the script as Tom Thibodeau said. Tom Thibodeau stated that he's going to have to go through more contact practices and then be cleared by the doctor before he's finally integrated back into the lineup. But again, this is great news for the Knicks, who have been missing Mitch Robinson since the beginning of December, or around the beginning of December, when he suffered the ankle injury. I think it was around the 8th. His last game, I believe, was against the Bucks, or before that. I can't remember. But this definitely be a boon for the Knicks. Tom Thibodeau, in the article, say that Tom Thibodeau wouldn't commit to Mitch Robinson being a starter in the lineup, indicate that he was still going to go with Isaiah Hartenstein as a starter. But again, as reported in the article, they can stagger the lineups, mix Mitchell Robinson as well as Isaiah Hartenstein to get the best of their abilities with certain lineups, certain players. And again, Isaiah Hartenstein has been nursing a nagging Achilles injury, something he's been suffering with since 2019. That we know on the NBA level. He's been a minutes restriction. He's been playing under 30 minutes. He did play around 27 minutes against the Sacramento Kings, but he's been hovering around 26 minutes and a little bit less than that since he's gotten back from his Achilles issues. Now, Tibbs did say, well, there's obviously going to be a lot of mixing and matching, so it's not like it's all going to be bench guys with no starters. There's usually going to be two starters out there. I think both guys, we did it quite a bit last year, mixing and matching. One guy would finish one game, the next time it'll be somebody else, depending on what we needed. We know all the things that Mitch adds to the team. It'll be great to get him back. We're obviously very pleased with what Isaiah has brought. You throw in Pressure Chu, and Jericho Sims has done a great job. We like the depth that we have at that position. That's a big plus for us. And he's right. Tom Thibodeau has done a great job, especially this season, of trying to find the right matchups, even with guys being out against the Warriors, where the god Jalen Brunson did put up a 40-point performance against the Warriors, but a lot of that win came through the success of playing small ball. Tom Thibodeau, especially in fourth quarters, it's really important as to getting the right mix, guys who are hot. Do we need to go big and get really need Mitch Robinson's rebounding, where maybe he's the only guy in the paint really fighting for rebounds while two or three guys leak out? Is it a game where we could play small and afford Josh Hart and an OG when he's healthy, as well as a Dante all crashing the boards? Tom Thibodeau's done a great job of trying to find what fits, especially with so many guys being out. So it'll be interesting to see how these matchups mix. I will say this. It sounds weird. I like Mitchell Robinson. Well, it may not sound good. I like Mitchell Robinson playing more so with the starting unit versus Isaiah Hartenstein, because I feel like with Isaiah Hartenstein, who again is such a good facilitator, a good playmaker for others, it's almost somewhat of a waste having him out there with the stars. If you have a viable backup of Mitchell Robinson who can run the floor, help you with the rebounding, you don't have to depend on your guards to crash the boards as much, conserve their energy. Where I could put the playmaking that Isaiah Hartenstein typically provides with the second unit outside of Jalen Brunson. Guys like Alec Burks who can't dribble Alec Burks, Alec Burks, Bojan Bogdanovic, which I don't know why Tom Thibodeau loves doing this. Allow him to play on the outside, 1v1 versus quick enough guards and wings who just snatch the ball out of his hands, put his butt in the post like he did against Cleveland. Anyway, that's the topic for another day. So I think that Isaiah Hartenstein should typically play, or should more so play, with those guys outside of Brunson. Obviously, as the game goes on, goes along in the second half, in the fourth quarter especially, then you find which balance works the most. But I would prefer Isaiah Hartenstein's facilitating ability to be out with the rotation outside of Jalen Brunson. Obviously, again, Mitch Robinson can help you conserve energy, especially guys like Brunson. I mean, Brunson's been on a tear recently, 40-point games, 30 points last game, which seemed boring. So it would behoove the Knicks to try to find the most energy efficient team out there, especially with so many injuries, and finding what works the best with who. And it might just be Isaiah Hartenstein going back to the bench. Obviously, it's going to take some time for these guys to gel. We got 14 games left on the road to 40 to 50 victories. So we need 8 more wins, I believe. We have 42 right now for the season. But it'll be uber important for these guys to get some semblance of chemistry, play together. Now, Tom Thibodeau, or it's been reported that both OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson will be out for the next game. A pretty important game. A game in which a team in which we mollywopped them last time. The Knicks absolutely killing the Denver Nuggets. Shot really well that game. Played an excellent defense on your man Jokic. I know if you look at the numbers, it doesn't look that way. But if you see how the Knicks played him, frustrated him, attacked him early on, made sure for him to not getting, 41 wins, by the way. Not allowing Jokic to get into his rhythm, attacking him every time he kind of gathered the ball and try to, set up for a pass or some type of playmate. But without Mitchell Robinson, OGB, it's going to be a tough uphill battle because of that Princeton offense that they run. Mike Malone is such a smart coach, obviously a championship level coach. And so they'll be looking for ways to frustrate us. But it will be nice for Mitchell Robinson at least play 5, maybe even just 8 games with these guys if he can. We do have some big games coming up now against the Eastern Conference. Most of those games, I think all those games are about done for the Knicks regarding teams in the Eastern Conference who's still in the thick of things regarding the fight positioning in the Eastern Conference. We do have a few games with the Nets, which could be a nice little test. We have one more game against the Nets. 2 more games, against the Nets. Should be a nice test against for Mitch Robinson, get his feet wet. We have one more near the end of the season. Well, I'm going to play against a guy like Nicholas Claxton to see how he does with opposing contact. We have 3 games against the Bulls. Vucevic will definitely be available. One more against the Bucks, which should definitely be a nice battle for him against Brook Lopez as well as Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then we also have the Kings, Sabonis, who, I know we mollywopped him last time. Look, Sabonis is my son. His father was my son. DeMontis is my son. His father's like one of my mother's favorite players. Don't ask. But it'll be nice for Mitch Robinson to get his feet wet against a team like the Kings, a guy in Sabonis, who I think is a little bit smaller than Mitch Robinson, but a guy who has really good footwork, can maneuver in the post and give Mitch Robinson some issues. See how Mitch Robinson does with contact in the paint, fouling, making sure he keeps his feet, how good his fundamentals have maintained itself, through his injury. Another nice matchup for him will be the OKC Thunder coming up on the 31st of March, playing against a really tall front court with Chet Holmgren. You also got Jalen Williams out there. They have a big backcourt, and guys like Josh Giddey. So it'll be definitely some games out there, and obviously Friday, March 29th, he has Wembayama, and I believe we missed him. I think. Did he play last time against Wembayama? The game will be kind of mollywopping by 20 points. I'm trying to remember, but it would be a nice game for Mitch Robinson to play against such a dynamic kid in Wembayama. A guy can do everything on the floor. Who's going to try to find his way to embarrass Mitch Robinson? Be nice for Mitch Robinson to get, who's on his way to become an All-NBA defensive player before the injury. Get that flavor back. Mitch Robinson, what he's done this season again has been nothing short of spectacular before the injury. A guy who was averaging 10 rebounds a game. I believe 5 offensive rebounds a game as well. Both led the league as well in box outs. I mean, everything about this guy is, look, the intangibles were there in terms of what he offered. There'll be three guys draped on Mitchell Robinson. He get the rebound, offensive rebound right there, or a bleed out pass, kick out on a fast break because of Mitchell Robinson's prowess in the paint. You don't have to have three guys crashing underneath. So it'll be nice to see Mitch Robinson get his feet wet back with the Knicks. Play against some of these teams who have some sizable front courts, get his feet wet, allow Isaiah Hartenstein to go back to his natural position, playing more so with the units outside of Brunson. Maybe he's not necessarily going to not start Isaiah Hartenstein, but definitely be that playmaker that we need to play, to create for others. Finding guys on the backdoor cuts, handoffs and whatnot, because without Brunson in the game, man, the way we suffer sometimes, bro, it's really ugly. But guys, let me know what you think, man. Mitchell Robinson is coming back. OG Anunoby, got to talk about that as well too, man. OG Anunoby back with the inflammation after surgery. Tom Thibodeau says he's gonna be out tomorrow, maybe out a few games. Again, they did an MRI today. Positive news. There was no damage, but again, there's inflammation, which is somewhat expected after surgery. Again, these guys are probably coming back quicker into contact and strenuous activities faster than the normal person, right? So OG Anunoby's gonna be out some games, man. He's turned into a unicorn for us, man. The guy that, what do we have, 2 losses with him since he's been here, 15-2, whatever it is. Again, one of the best defensive teams, highest plus minuses in the league. A guy can space the floor too, moves well off the ball, and just never plays. Or not, I say never plays. It's just not playing enough. I want to say unicorn. Maybe I should take that back, but that's that. But then also too, some positive news. According to sources, Julius Randle is expected to come back before the end of the season. Whatever that means. That just sounds like conjecture. Now, some people speculate he's doing an interview with the roommates, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart's podcast. Some people say, he's going to announce his return on the show. I don't know. It's just weird because it's like there doesn't seem much of a push for this guy. Not saying not a push for him to come back, but it's not like, it's weird. It's like people are optimistic but kind of quiet on it. So does he announce it on the roommates? That would be cool. That would be crazy though, because I think you should give, transparency as much as you can regarding injuries and timelines and getting back. But if he puts on the podcast, that'll be cool. But again, Julius Randle expected to come back before the season. Now again, I pose the question: if the Knicks get far in the if they get far in the playoffs, they get to the ECF, say they get to the championships, and our offense is in rhythm without Julius Randle, tries to come back next year. Next year is the year to try to boost that contract up, because the year after that is a player option, $29 million. You get $29 million, or maybe he gets $30-some million. By the way, OG Anunoby being out all this time, he should not be getting $30 or $40 million. But talk for another day. If Julius Randle does not come back this playoffs and the Knicks get far, make some noise. People are like, Brunson is it when they play. He can lead a team to the promised land. I ain't saying win a chip. I'm just saying leading it to the promise. He's the Moses right now. I'm just trying to put it out there. What happens to Julius Randle? Do you integrate him back as the go-to offensive player for this team? How do you set up the offense next year with Julius Randle, who's also looking for that contract? Good problems, bad problems. I guess more good than bad, because we'll be going to ECF for the championships in my scenario, but Julius Randle might be asked out. I'm just putting out. I'm not a hater. Please don't hurt me for this, man. I'm just asking the questions. But guys, let me know what you guys think. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell so you get each and every notification for each and every video I put out there. Also visit underdogfantasy.com. Use the code word Legion or LOK. Again, Legion or LOK. Legion, Legion. Like we are Venom. We are Legion or LOK. On underdogfantasy.com to get matchup to $500. Please leave your comments at the end of this video. This is great news. Tell me how you would stagger the lineups. Do we stay with a 9-man, 10-man rotation going into the playoffs? Who is asked out? My son Miles McBride better not be outside his damn rotation, putting up them 29 points career high. What was it, 29, 26 versus the Warriors? We ain't disrespecting the son. He's staying in rotation. Burks, Bojan. So let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Gmo, Legion of Knicks. I appreciate you. Peace through. God bless. We are out.